Today we're going to start our first animation assignment. We're going to use a program called Flip-A-Clip. It's a nice program. It's free, somewhat, as long as you don't use too many advanced features. So we're going to start by naming our project here. And we are going to create some layers. With the free version, you can create up to 3 layers for free, and if you want more, then you have to pay. But we only need 3 layers. We can make it work. So I want a background layer, and then I want a layer for the ball, and I want to create a shadow for that ball, and so we're going to make that the 3rd layer. Now let's start with our little ruler tool at the very top. That's what I call it anyway. I don't know what the actual name of it is, and we're going to make the box. We're going to make it about as big as our paper, just a little bit smaller. So we need a rectangle, and try to get it straight. I'm having a hard time doing that. Then select your pen, and about 3 or 4 point would be good, and we're just going to draw on that dotted line, and then just turn off the ruler, and you've got a little rectangular box. Now if you go to the frames viewer with those 3 little dots at the top, you can select that one frame and you can copy it and just keep on pasting it. So I want you to paste about, I don't know, 75 to 85 boxes. Now if you bring a background in, you don't have to do this. Every time you create a frame, it will be the same background, but because we're making our background just this little box, we have to do it this way. You can also delete using that same system, and you can see here on our timeline we have lots of boxes now. Now we want to start on the background layer, or actually we're going to lock the background layer, and we want to start on the ball layer. I'm going to start by just drawing a little bitty ball in the corner here, and I'm not going to worry about getting it perfect. I think it's more interesting if it's not perfect. And there's a better way of making a perfect circle in Flip-A-Clip, but we're not going to try to do that. So I'm clicking on the next frame and drawing the ball a little bit bigger and a little bit different placement, a little bit bigger, and I'm going to keep on working it bigger and bigger until I get to the bottom. Now I'm making it bigger and bigger because I want it to seem like it's coming from far away to closer. That's why I'm making them bigger and bigger. You can see I'm not worried about getting my balls, like the ball, perfectly round. Not worried about that. And I'm just going to keep on drawing. And if I don't like a shape that I draw, sometimes with the Apple Pencil, it's not quite like paper. And sometimes actually with your finger, it makes it a little bit easier if you're drawing an iPad. But you can't, sometimes it's hard to draw those shapes exactly like you want to. But don't worry about it, just, undo. You don't get it like you want. And I'm going to continue drawing this ball. Notice that I squashed it down when it hit the bottom of the box. So when I hit the sides of the box, I want to make sure I squash it a little bit. Now we're drawing a ball because this is like the animation that everyone does when they first learn. I mean, everyone does a bouncing ball when they first learn animation. And so it's kind of like a rite of passage. So that's why we're learning how to do this. And so we're going to continue making these balls, and we're going to have them bounce off of each side. I want it to go to each side of the box at least one time. And we're just going to keep on going with this. Now I think I just want the ball to drop and bounce a little bit maybe and then roll. I think that's what I'm going to do. If you wanted to go a little bit slower, you can draw them a little bit closer. And as I was drawing this, I was having some of that problem. Okay, now let's add some color to our bouncy ball. Just use the paint bucket, select a color, and just dump it in. Now I've selected the brush, and what I want to do is get a really light gray and then add a shadow down on the bottom of the box for the ball, and just move the shadow and change the size of it based on the position of the ball. Okay, this is where you can get creative. Make this ball become something. Have it morph into a butterfly, or make it a rocket ship, or make something happen to it. Do something interesting and fun. When you get done, you'll need to save this by making the movie, then save it to your photos, and then you can upload it to Google Classroom. Good luck, have fun.